Previously on the Youth Edition. After possibly one too many drinks, the two lads decide it would be great to own a football team.
But which team can we buy?
Well, what about Cheltenham Town, Sam?
Newly promoted? That would be a great project for us.
Indeed. Let's do it.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of our Cheltenham Town Youth Edition Career Mode. We have our manager, Thom Darri, former future scout star from our Notts County series in FIFA 16. He is taking the reins here of Cheltenham Town, owned by Stephen Ebanks-Landell and Sammy Lucas. If you haven't gone and watched the trailer, I want you to stop this video right now, go back and watch the trailer, and that will set you up, get you a little bit of hype, and get you motivated to get into this career mode. So, welcome back from watching the trailer. Hopefully you've watched the trailer. If you already had, you're obviously still here. But let's get into this straight away. We've got the pre-season tournament invite. Congratulations, Thom Darri. You've been invited to participate in the pre-season friendly tournament. All right, let's go and advance to the invites and see what kind of scenarios we've got rolling here. Now, they're all 1 star, so I think we're just going to chase some cash here. We're going to need cash. The new season objectives in FIFA 17 can really make or break your career mode, so you really need to pay attention to some of those aspects of that, but we'll get into that shortly. Well, let's have a quick look here, and well, there's not a lot of difference in the money, obviously, but is there any sides that we might be able to take down quite easily upon simulation? I'm going to take on the European Continental Shield, and hopefully we can pick up some cash. All right, let's have a quick look through these new objectives, and we've got a youth development objective. It is a medium at level 3. They want us to sign 4 players in the youth academy, assign each to the following positions: goalkeeper, defender, midfield, and forward. I'm sure we can do that, because what we're going to do this season, the first season, will be completely simulated. In days gone past, we would do 2 seasons, but with some of these new objectives, you have 2 years to complete things. So what I want to do is simulate the first season. That'll allow us to go out and scout a few countries, start getting that youth team ready to go. And if you're not familiar with this type of series, make sure you go out and check out Cutsy Gaming's channel. He is the godfather of Youth Edition, the Youth Squad Legends series, and that's where this kind of stuff is based on. Other notable YouTubers would be Bama Strucker 9. Go and check out his stuff. He's probably got an episode up now, and yeah, hopefully you're ready to rock and roll on this. Let's have a quick look at some of the other objectives. We've got a brand exposure to keep a streak of at least 85% attendance in 5 consecutive home matches. Well, that could be a little bit tricky, but it's only low. No continental success objectives. The domestic success is avoid finishing in the bottom part of the league this season and reach the round of 32. Long-term, finish mid-table. So not really high expectations for this newly promoted side in Cheltenham Town. But the financial goals are high. They want us to finish with at least £850,000 profit at the end of the first transfer window. So we're going to have to ship out some players here in this first window, which I tend to do anyway, because we're going to ship out all the real players eventually. Still want to keep a reasonable quality of side just to get through this first season so we don't get fired, but hopefully we can pick up that £850,000. All right, let's take a current look at the formation squad, and that we're going to go to the DK 4-2-3-1 scenario. So I'm going to change the formation immediately. I do have a video on this from FIFA 16 on the formation that I do like to play, a 4-2-3-1, and we're going to stick with the narrow. No worries. All right, so let's see what kind of squad we've got to play with here. It doesn't really matter for the first season, but I just like to know what we've got to play with and just get all the lads all set up here. Just so that obviously they're competitive and the likes. So we're going to definitely need some midfielders early. Centre back. Alright, so a pretty shabby starting 11 here, all in the 60 sort of ranges, and yeah, I'll get into all the instructions and all that kind of stuff in a later date, but yeah, so that's what we're rolling with at the moment. So that is the Cheltenham side, but yeah, a few players there hopefully that we can sell off here and make that first objective. All right, so here are our scouts. You'll notice there's a few graphic overlays here. So what we're going to do with our scouts this year, we've got Oscar Delberg, Anilio Lolo, and Changmin Lee, former players from our career modes in FIFA 16. They're all going to start on one-star scouts, and over the years, we will be able to upgrade them. I want to put in a ruling that we can only upgrade them once per year, and that's obviously going to come down to how much money we've got. Maybe we'll come up with some more rules. If you've got any suggestions, do let me know in the comments down below. So, yeah, we've got the 3 lads there. Now, I said in a previous video, the first 2 countries that we were going to scout. So, let's go ahead and send out the scouts. So, Oscar Delberg will be heading off. We're going to spend a bit of cash here straight out. And we're going to go to England. And we're going to look for ourselves for a goalkeeper. Anilio Lolo, he will be heading off to the Netherlands, Thom Darri's home turf, and we are going to be going there looking for a physically strong player. Now, Changmin Lee, this is what I'm going to do this year. So, last year we did the pulling out of the hat and we kept it all random and all that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do this year, just to reward you guys for getting involved with the setup videos, on the manager reveal video, I did ask for countries to scout. So I've got a full list, and I've made a clip of all of those. So there is currently 64 countries in the list from you guys. I do apologize for the guys that asked for Iceland and Wales. They are not in the game, so unfortunately we can't use your suggestions. Now I've got a random number generator here between 1 and 64. I'm going to hit a button. It's going to give me a number, and this corresponding selection will appear on the screen, and that is the country that we will be going to. Once we've gone to that country, that will be deleted out of the system, and we're just going to run it down until those first 64 countries are gone. Then, only then, will I ask for more countries to be added to this setup. So, let's go and see where Changmin Lee's going. We're going to hit generate, and it is number 30. Alright, so number 30, it comes from Michael Lemming, and he says, can you go to Chile for a winger? Alright, so Changmin Lee is going off to Chile looking for a winger. And hopefully he brings back some nice talent. So we're spending a fair bit of cash here early. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the bum. Alright, the only other thing we need to do to start off this season is get our Scout Future Star. So we're going to pick that one up from the catalogue, redeem that item, and hopefully he's dispatched out. Alright, the Scout has been dispatched, so now we can get on to simulating through this first season. I will show you what players come back and the like, so sit back and hopefully we pick up some gems here in the first season. Let's do this. Alright, a transfer offer for Asa Hall, 60 grand from Grimsby. He's worth 120. We're just going to try and get valuations for these players, and that's how we're going to move through the first season. Right, so unfortunately we didn't get through the first round of the European Shield, but we picked up £255,000 into our budget. Right, 90 grand for Cranston, and I'm not going to show you all of the transfer stuff that's going here in the first season because it's going to be a long episode. We just need to punch through, but I'll just sort of give you an indication of what I'm trying to achieve here. Alright, so Billy Waters has gone to Crewe Alexandria for £170,000, 110 into the budget. And Jordan Cranston's gone to the Shamrock Rovers for £120,000, 80 grand into the budget. Alright, so our Scout Future Star has come back, and his name is Alfie Cooper. He's a 15-year-old right midfielder, an overall of 62 already with a potential of 76 to 94. He's from England, so some homegrown talent, and he looks like he could be an incredible player for us. And big stats there in the reactions and composure. Something I've really been looking at. Composure is a new stat that's been brought in this year. We're still not 100% sure what it is, but we've got a feeling it is their fuck-up rating in a pressure situation. So Alfie Cooper could be an absolute locked-in star, possibly the former, the future, what am I even trying to say here? The future captain of the club, Alfie Cooper. So welcome to our Youth Academy, Alfie. We need to wait till he's 16 before we can bring him in, but looks like we've hit the nail on the head there with the Scout Future Star. All right, Oscar Delberg is here in England. Obviously, only being a one-star scout, we're going to get a little bit of rubbish coming through. And this is Elliot Brown, 60 to 80 potential. We'll scout him further. All right, in the Netherlands here with Lolo, and we've got Frank Schmidt, a 51 to 69, and Lars Vermeulen, 59 to 81. We'll continue to scout those lads. And Changmin Lee is out in Chile, and he's got Telmo Cuesta, 58 to 82 potential. We'll scout him further. All right, so I've been looking through the free agency list here in the first season. There's a couple of regen, sort of pre-gen players that have popped up and that are a higher rating than what we've got in our current team. So we've got Blagoy Ivanov, a 60 overall left back at 20 years of age. His stats aren't too bad, but he's better than our current left back. So we are going to offer him the first contract of this career mode. He wants a fair bit of cash, but you will find that from the free agency list. We'll offer him 4 years, and we're just going to offer him a squad rotation player to start with. The other lad we're going to give a contract to is Alexander Tasev, a CDM, 20 years of age. Some pretty decent stats. The stamina will definitely help him out, and we will approach to sign him. He wants 2,350, so we'll put that on the table there for him. A 4-year deal, and we'll say a squad rotation player as well. I will bump them up if required. All right, so the first man to accept a contract for Cheltenham Town is Blagoy Ivanov, the 60 overall left back. So welcome to the club, our first signing, and hopefully he's with us for at least a couple of seasons as we start bringing through the youth talent. And Alexander Tasev has accepted his contract as well. He did ask for a crucial first-team player, so we'll see how long he lasts there before we have to ship him out because he's crying that he's not getting enough game time. But for now, he's probably our best midfielder, so welcome to the club, Tasev. Right, James Dayton's gone to Grisby Town for 250, and we've sold Jack Munster Shrewsbury for 240. Right, so the board's come back and said nice work. Earlier in the year, we set out to finish with at least 850,000 profit in the first transfer window. After our earliest financial reports came in, we can now confirm that we achieved this goal. So we did sell enough players. It may have left us a little bit short for the remainder of the season, but we have reached the first objective required, and our manager rating up the top there has gone to an 83. The board, EB, and Lucas ecstatic with Thom Darri's initial performances. All right, here we go. The transfer window's shut, and time to have a quick look at our youth academy. Alfie Cooper's the only man in there, still a 62 overall, 81 to 94 potential, and we're really starting to see some of his stats come in there nicely. So we'll just sit on him, let him grow there nicely, and we'll bring him in when we're good and ready. All right, Changmin Lee out in Chile. Cuesta's still at 84. We've got a 60, which we'll just immediately reject, and another 64 we'll immediately reject. So another month there for Changmin Lee. Lolo's in the Netherlands, and Schmitz has gone to a 68. We'll reject him. An 81, Vermeulen will continue to look at, and Alexander Broyn we will continue to scout. And Oscar Delberg here in England looking for goalkeepers. Well, Elliot Brown's gone to a 71. And Hugh White, 61 to 83, so we'll give them another month. And look at that, a training injury. Alexander Tasev, we've just brought him in. He's probably the most paid fucker at the club, and he's done a bloody ACL, and he's gone for 4 months. So a good piece of business there, Thom Darri. You've really done your homework, and obviously Tasev must be a little bit injury prone. All right, so the final scout report here from Changmin Lee. We're going to actually have to sign up a couple of these kids anyway because we want the start of Season 2 to have a full squad of players. So we've got some players here in Telmo Cuesta, 66 to 82 on that left-hand side. Doesn't look the best of players, but we're going to offer him a contract anyway. And Simon Luna, 67 to 91 potential, but we've only scouted him for 1 month. We will offer him a contract as well. Okie dokie, we're in the Netherlands with Lolo. Now, Vermeulen is 62 to 76, probably not the best. Bruyne 60 to 76, and Dahan 51 to 67. Well, he can immediately go, and, oh God, we'll take these lads for now. We can always get rid of them later. And Oscar Delberg in England looking for a goalkeeper, so we definitely want a goalkeeper here early to start training. And Toby Price is a 61 to 85. We'll sign him up. And Charles Robinson, 61 to 83. We'll sign him up. And the other two lads, I'm not really sold at all on either of those two, so we'll let those two pass. Right, so we're back at it again. Time to send these scouts out, and Oscar Delberg needs to go out to a country. So we'll go to the random generator, and we'll hit the button. And it is number 64, which is Craig Andrew has said, can you scout technically gifted in Saudi Arabia? All right, so we're going to head off to Saudi Arabia now. That's good. I like the cheaper countries this early in a career mode. Technically gifted 3 months. All right, so Anelio Lolo needs a country. We'll hit the generate button, and it is number 48. Number 48 comes from Callum Ferrer. He's asked to go to Australia for an attacker. All right, so off we go. Another cheap country. That is very, very nice. Australia for an attacker. And last but not least, Changmin Lee. He needs a country. We'll hit generate. It's number 18. And that one comes from Alejandro Rebeldo. He said Italy for any player. So a nice expensive one, but it is a full range of any player to Italy. That's going to cost us £72,000. And 3 months off we go. All right, we're into November, and Changmin Lee's back from Italy on his first scouting attempt. He brings us back Mattia Giordano, 55 to 73. We'll continue to scout the young lad. All right, we're in Australia here, a 44 to 60. We will continue to scout. And Delbo brings us back Muhammad Al Kwaiwi, Kalawi, whatever we, 60 to 82. We'll continue to scout. Right, Youth Squad monthly report for November. Now, Simon Luna, 72 to 92. He's only a 46 overall, so he's got some growing to do. Toby Price, 66 to 88, goalkeeper. I've already started training him in the Youth Academy, so we'll see how that turns out for us. But 56 overall, just about ready to be called up. Charles Robinson, 52 overall, 62 to 80 potential. Alexander Broiner is a 58 to 72. Alfie Cooper, 63 overall, 84 to 94. He's just turned 16, so we could bring him into the side very, very shortly. But I want to just leave him in the Youth Academy because they tend to grow a little bit quicker while they're still there in the Youth Academy. Taloma Cuesta is a 68 to 80, and Lars Vermeulen is 66 to 78. All right, Youth Squad monthly report, December now, and Simon Luna, 73 to 89. Toby Price has got a bit of training. He's a 70 to 86, 60 overall now. Charles Robinson, 62 to 76. Alexander Broiner is a 62 to 74. Alfie Cooper, our scout future star, 85 to 91. So he's dropped off a little bit there, but he's a 64 overall. And just about ready to make his way into the team. Telmo Cuesta, 72 to 80, and Lars Vermeulen, 69 to 77. All right, Oscar Delberg out here in Saudi Arabia, and El Kalawi is 65 to 83, and Zaki Anwar, 70 to 94. Here we go. We've got a man, and well, do we? Bugger it, let's just get him straight in. Zaki Anwar. Lolo's down in Australia, and Sam Hall, 48 to 62, is not going to make the cut. We're just going to reject him straight out. And we've got Jay Green, 56 to 76, will continue to scout. And Changa's out here in Italy. Well, 68 is not good enough. A 67 to 91 in Alessio Fontana will continue to scout, and Simon Guidi, 52 to 70. I'll give him another month. All right, so Alfie Cooper has said he wants out of the Youth Academy, so it's time for him to make his debut into the Cheltenham Town side. Into the Youth Academy, and it is the 1st of January, so Zaki Anwar, 72 to 92, only 43 overall at the moment. Simone Luna is a 73 to 87. Toby Price, 61 overall, 72 to 84 potential. Charles Robinson, 53 overall, 66 to 78. Alexander Broiner, 65 to 73. Alfie Cooper, 65 overall, 85 to 91 potential. We're going to offer him the contract. Our Scout Future star, welcome to the club, Alfie Cooper, and yes, lad. We also have Cuesta, 72 to 78, Vermeulen, 70 to 74, and that is our full Youth Academy at this stage. All right, final scout report here in Italy, and what have we got here? Anything worth? Okay, Fontana's gone to a 70 to 90, so we'll sign him up. Guidi is a 65, we'll reject, and Rossi won't make the cut either. Australia, and we've got a 56 to 72 in Jay Green, and a 71 to 94. Alfie Alexander will be getting a contract. Jay Green, we're going to pass on. And Oscar Delberg in Saudi Arabia. Have we got anything else here worth picking up? Not particularly, but we will need some players because a lot of the loans that were in Cheltenham Town have expired, so we're going to have to bring in some players rather quickly. The overalls on these lads are not good either, so we're going to miss out on the rest of Saudi Arabia. Right, so one of the guys that left the club on loan was the goalkeeper, so Toby Price needs to come in now. We're going to offer him a contract, and Toby Price will be our #1 keeper at the club for the foreseeable future. Right, so it's time to send our scouts out once again. And where is Oscar Delberg going today? Well, we'll get up a little generator. I'll hit the button. And it is number 54. 54 comes from Ollie Harrington. He says, can you go to Belgium for a playmaker? So Delberg off to Belgium looking for a playmaker. There we go, playmaker. All right, Lolo, where are you heading off to? We'll hit the button. It is number 42. And 42 comes to us from Robert Percival. And he says Saudi Arabia for a physically strong player. Okay, so going back to Saudi, and we're looking for a physically strong player this time. Hopefully we can get some big defenders. And Changmin Lee, where are you headed? To number 12. Number 12 comes to us from Jared Unga. He says Croatia for any player. All right, so let's head down to Croatia for any player. All right, 1st of February, time to have a look at our youth academy. Elfie Alexander, 69 to 89. Fontana, 72 to 88. And Anwar is a 73 to 89. Luna, 76 to 84. Robinson, 66 to 74. Broiner is a 65 to 69. Probably not going to make the cut unless we're really desperate for players. Cuesta, 72 to 78. Vermeulen, 70 to 74. And that's our full youth squad on the 1st of February. All right, Changmin Lee in Croatia brings us back a 69 to 93 goalkeeper in Franjo Lonkar. There is a lot of area in that potential that could really spike down, so I'm going to give him another month. We're in Saudi Arabia with El Jabba is a 60 to 80 and El Mubai is a 55 to 75. We'll continue to scout those lads. Delberg in Belgium brings us back Jules Lemons, a 68 to 92. I will give him another month. And Lander, how do you say his last name? Thies? Don't know, 64 to 88. We'll give him another month. Right, 1st of March, let's have a look at the youth academy. Elfie Alexander, 69 to 85. Fontana, 71 to 85. Anwar, 71 to 85. Luna, 76 to 82. Robinson, 67 to 71. Broiner, 65 to 69. Cuesta, 72 to 78. Vermaelen, 70 to 74. So we really need some players coming through very, very soon, as this season is just about done. Changmin Lee in Croatia, what have we got? Lonkar is 67 to 87 after 2 months, so possibly a goalkeeper to bring in there. 63 to 85 in Bogdan Radic. And Krizanic is a 63 to 85. We'll give them another month. Lolo in Saudi Arabia. Okay, El Jabbar, 70 to 88. Looks like a CDM style player. He's 17 years of age with a really low overall, so we'll give him another month. A 72, I'm going to reject. A 66 is rubbish. And Doni, 61 to 85. We will give him another month. 6'7". And Oscar Delberg here in Belgium. So Lemons 65 to 83, Thies is 68 to 86, and Tom Lemons 56 to 78. So a couple of brothers there. We'll give them another month. All right, Youth Squad monthly report. Now, a few of the lads want out of the Youth Academy now. So we're going to have to sign them up. One of them is Simon Luna, 76 to 82. So we'll offer him a contract. Welcome to the club. Cuesta wants in at 18 years of age as well, 72 to 78, so welcome to the club. And the other one is Vermeulen, 50 overall, 70 to 74. Offer a contract, welcome to the club. Having a look at some of the other lads, we've got Elfie Alexander, 69 to 83. He's 17 as well, so I'm going to offer him a contract. We'll just start building this team up now. We'll leave the 16-year-olds for now, so Fontana can sit there and Anwar can sit there. Robinson, he is fine. Broiner, he can stay as well. And that's our full youth squad. All right, final scout report here from Croatia. Now, Franjo Lonkar needs a contract. Pretty decent goalkeeper. Radic, well, 64 to 82. Goalkeeper, no. Another goalkeeper in Krizanic, we will reject as well. A 60 to 80 in Darko Alanovic, 60 to 80. Have a decent overall. I'm going to take that gamble. And a 54 to 72. We just need players. We're going to sign them all up. Final scout report from Saudi Arabia. Now, El Jabbar, he's got the low overall, so we're not going to pick him up. And Doni looks like a decent defender at 6'7". We'll take that gamble. 75, we're going to have to pass on, and you are rubbish. All right, we have Jules Lemons, 68 to 84, and I'll come back to him. Thigh has a higher potential. We'll take a gamble on him. This lemon is a lemon. We'll reject him. Dupont, no, thank you. We really need some defenders, but he looks like he could be just about anything. We'll take a gamble on these lads. We can sort them out in the Youth Academy. And Lemons, Jules, we will sign up. Right, so that time again, you know, it's the simulation season, so we're going to get through quite a few of these countries. And I'm going to hit the generate button, and it is number 58. So 58 comes from Rich Sweetenham, and I believe that is Ireland. So we'll go to Ireland for any player. Off we go to the Republic of Ireland. All right, Lolo, where are you heading? We'll hit the generate button. It is number 41. And number 41 comes from Michelle Chikwani. He says Greece for a playmaker. So we're going off to Greece. I'm sorry if I'm murdering any of your names when I'm saying them, but that's just part and parcel with being Australian. We cannot pronounce things very well. Okay, Greece for a playmaker. Off we go. And Changmin Lee, where are you heading off? I'll hit this button now. It's number 15 on the scenario. All right. 15 comes from Tom Kaiser. And he says go to South Africa for a physically strong player. All right, let's go down to South Africa for a physically strong player. We really need some big defenders, and I need a striker. I don't think we've got a forward yet. All right, 1st of May, and we're into the Youth Academy once again. Only one more month after this one. Brankovic is a 49 overall. That potential is very worrying. Alanovic 56 to 72. Verstarete, is that how you say that? No idea. 61 to 77. And Donny 73 to 89. Looks pretty decent. Lone Car 74 to 88. Thigh, yes, we've got a striker. He is low potential. He's only 15. He's only 5'6", but at least there is a striker floating about. Jules Lemons is a right winger at 67 to 79, and Fontana is a right winger at 77 to 83. We've got Anwar 74 to 80, Robinson 67 to 71, and Broyne is 65 to 69. The season is over. We finished mid-table sort of thing. I will show you towards the end of this episode, but we've picked up £317,000 into our budget, which will definitely help us out. All right, where are we here? In South Africa, and we've got a 70 to 94 in Potlako Teka. We're going to sign him up straight away. And Thoko Sebe, we will give it another month. I'm really chasing some centre-backs. We need a right-back, and we need some strikers. Definitely moving into the next season. They're the key positions we're missing at the moment. Lolo's in Greece, and he brings us back Sandros Delagiannis, 66 to 88. We'll continue to scout. And Mavrodis will also continue to scout. And Delberg's in Ireland, brings us back Luke Brennan, 56 to 76. And Pierce Walsh, 51 to 71. We'll continue to scout those lads. All right, a couple of youth players, one out of the academy. Let's go. All right, Alexander Broyne wants out of the youth academy. He's only 16, but we're going to offer him a contract and get him in here. And I'm actually going to go through and sign up every single one of these lads. Get them all in, because we need as many players as we can moving in. And you know what? June is just around the corner. You know, some of these kids might not even get a game. They may be sold off very quickly, but we'll get them in for now. We need that squad depth, as I feel our first actual season in control of gameplay is going to be a little bit rough. So we're just signing up all these lads now. Lone Car, get him in as well. Lemons, Fontana, Anwar, Robinson. Right, so that's them all signed up, other than our little striker here. He's still not old enough, and Alanovic isn't old enough either. Right, final scout report for the year in South Africa, and Thoko Sebe, 68 to 86. We'll continue to scout him. Thami Dingake, we will continue to scout, and Issa will continue to scout. And Greece, we've got Delaginianis. Looks all right. Why not? Sign him up. Mavrodis, probably not. And Lampros, well, he probably needs another month just to see where he's at. But we'll take the gamble because our youth academy is quite bare now. And Delberg in Ireland. All right, Brennan's not really going to make the cut. Neither is Walsh. Pierce Campbell, 74, probably not either. And here we go. Liam O'Connor, we're going to offer him a contract as well. All right, so this is what we're going to be left with going into Season 2. We haven't picked up a proper striker as of yet, so Fontana is going to have to play up there. He's a right winger. Probably the best option we've got. On the left, we've got Alexander, who's 54. Verstrate is the centre midfielder at 48. Our Scout Future Star. I've given him the captaincy at the moment. Cooper, 68 overall. Then we move into the midfield, and Anwar, 46. Tasev, the CDM from the free agency list. And on the left back position, we've got Ivanov from the free agency. The centre-back roles are a bit of an issue. We've got Vermeulen and Donny, who are both CDMs. They don't have centre-back in their requirements, I don't believe, either. So we're really going to have to find immediately some centre-backs, probably from the free agency list. And then Luna at right-back, who's a centre midfielder. Then we've got Price as our starting goalkeeper. We do have a full bench here in Cuesta, Longcart, Lemons, Brankovic, Teka, Robinson, and Broyne. And then the rest is all the real players, which we cannot use, so they will be shipped off as soon as physically possible. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Right, let's give you a bit of a squad report so you can get a feeling and understanding of what this team is looking like. Toby Price is 67. He's gone up 5 this year. And, well, he's our number 1 goalkeeper at the moment. We do what we can. Simon Luna, 51 overall, gone up 2 this season. Got a bit of pace about him, so that's all right. And hopefully he can do a job there at right back, but his tackling is terrible, so we could be a bit suspect there. And Donny, 47, gone up 1 this season, and he is pretty rough around the edges, but he's 6'7", so he does have a centre-back position, so he's our starting centre-back. Vermeulen, 53, gone up 3 this year, and he is pretty rubbish as well. Ivanov, 66, gone up 6. The big problem with Ivanov is that he keeps getting called up for international duty, being from Bulgaria, but he can play left or right back. So as soon as we get another one in one of those positions, he can sort of float around and get the job done there for us. Tasev, 67, gone up 5, obviously off the free agency list as well, played most of this season. Anwar, 46, well, he's got pace, and that's about it. Alfie Cooper, our Scout Future Star, 68, gone up 3. He's an exciting prospect, so he should get to that 85-90 sort of area if we allow him to grow properly. Doesn't have the initial speed that I thought he would for a right midfielder, but hopefully that grows moving through the future. He can finish and stuff, so we may even need to play him as a striker for a little while. We'll see what happens. If I'm murdering these names, make sure you let me know in the comments, but this is Lander Verstrate. 17 years of age, and yeah, you can see what we're dealing with here. Alfie Alexander's got a nice bit of sprightly pace, so he'll definitely be worthy on the left-hand side, at least for the first season. And Fontana is our striker. Well, 60 finishing, a lot of pace, and hopefully he can do the job. How tall is he? He's 5'10", from Italy, can play centre midfielder and right winger. Well, we're playing him at striker with an attacking work rate. Hopefully he can bang in a few goals moving forward. And here is the rest of the lads. Not really much to write home about at this stage. Yeah, get ready for a big bumper first actual season, but obviously season 2 of the career mode. Alright, just taking a quick look at the table, and we managed to finish in 10th position with 60 points, so not far out of the promotional area. But a lot of those wins came in the first half of the season when we did have a lot of those players in on loan. Once they left, it was a bit of a downfall for Cheltenham Town, and I'm happy with that. I didn't want to get promoted or anything. We were just told not to finish near the bottom, and we've done that. Unfortunately, Newport County, well, we used them in FIFA 15. They have come up last, and they would have been relegated. Grimsby Town also down there. Bama Striker 9 will be doing a Grimsby Town Youth Heroes series, so go and check out that channel. And Crew Alexandra with Cutsy Gaming is in 14th there. So not a bad start there. We've picked up a little bit of talent, but we're going to have to really improve our scouts and get motoring and try and find some real talent and build this. I feel FIFA 17, obviously the players are a lot lower rated, so it may take us a little bit longer to get cracking, but hopefully with a bit of extra training and the growth rates, hopefully they pick up. We can pick up some decent players from the free agency list, and we can really start making an inroads on pushing our way forward into the Premier League. I've got a feeling that we'll probably spend at least another 2 seasons down here in League 2 while we're just trying to work stuff out, but stranger things have happened. We could get on an absolute roll next season and find ourselves promoted, so we're going to have to find some good players. But that's where we're going to leave it today. Thanks very much for tuning in. I know it's just been a little bit of managerial stuff. The first episode usually is, but the action will start in the next episode. I'm hoping that will be out tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you then. If you've got any comments, questions, or queries, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll endeavour to get to those when I can. And I'll see you next time. I'm Spying DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You have a good one. Oh, Paddy. Oh, Paddy. Oh, Paddy. Robertson. Marcus. Robertson. Back to Paddy Mills.